Hi guys, Brian Parnell here. If you remember 2 weeks ago I sent to you a traffic getting technique, which was to go to related forums and become a valued member of that community. And I've had this week some really good reports back from people that have just started doing that one strategy, and they have increased their traffic to their websites, which is really amazing. And you know, the only way that all this stuff's going to work for you that I share is if you actually go and take action. So the following video that you're going to see is a video that I did for some of my students, and I've also shared this technique with my one-on-one coaching students. And I didn't allude to it last week because I just wanted you to get into the framework of becoming that recognized authority in your industry. But also what you can do is, when you have found a forum or a blog that gets traffic, that you're getting traffic from, you're a valued member of that community, you can actually then pick up the telephone and ask if you can put advertising banners on to certain pages that are relevant to your industry. They don't have to be overly relevant. What I mean by that is, it can be a broader category, but try things out, because each niche is different. So one of my clients, one of my one-on-one coaching students, they took what I told them to do and created a really nice looking banner, and asked 3 different forums if they could pay to put that banner onto their website. And they said that they would send them all the code and all of that good stuff. So all they would need to do is ask their webmaster to upload that code into the header space or into the side banner space, and they'd pay for the advertising space. Now, he was quite tricky in what he said to the website owners. I think he contacted more than 3 actually, because it was 3 successful forums that he's actually now on. But he said to them, I haven't got a massive budget, but I love your website. You know, I'm on here a lot, contributing, all of that, you know, yada yada. And he then turned round and said to them, could I put a banner on your website and pay for advertising space? After a bit of a negotiation, 3 forums, I don't know how many he contacted in the first instance, so you know, I know it was only the forums that he was actually commenting on and becoming a valued member of that community that he contacted. But all 3 forums he got, or he now pays $60 a month for 3 forums. That's $20 per month for each forum, and he's getting lots and lots of clicks. Now, it's not only the clicks that he's also got the backlinks. And in the video that I'm going to show you that's going to follow this one, you'll see ways to actually add more than one URL into that banner that will then allow you to get 2 or 3. Don't do any more than 3, okay? But you can get 3 backlinks to 3 different inner pages of your websites. Now, rightly or wrongly, because all advertisements should be no follow according to Google's terms and conditions, but 2 of the forums just literally uploaded his banner as was. That was do follow. So they've actually uploaded the banner to every single page of their forum, or in that category of that forum that is related. The 3rd one, the webmaster turned all the links to no follow, but he's still got 3 links within the banners. No alt text, no nothing like that, because alt text can actually trigger over optimization penalties and that kind of stuff. So be very careful. Just leave the alt text alone. Leave the titles alone. Don't go trying to, keyword stuff this stuff, because there's just no need to. But if you had, if you've got a forum with, 4,000 pages, and the webmaster then goes and puts them on every single page, that could cause issues if you had alt text all the same, because all your backlinks would then have the same, would be, it would trigger an over optimization penalty as far as I'm concerned. So I've not tested that, but I would have thought that it would. So just leave that alone, because the backlink will be good enough. And the beauty, absolute beauty of one of the forums is that it's a PageRank 7 forum, but all the inner pages, or the majority of the inner pages, are like PageRank 4, PageRank 5s. And because they still do follow, they've pushed my clients' websites PageRank from a PageRank 2 up to a PageRank 6. And it's only that that's done it. I know that for a fact. I've done a bit of a test and stuff, and I've seen that it's the PageRank from that that's done it. So the video that follows is about 20 minutes long, but it will basically show you how to. I'm not a designer myself, so get the banner designed professionally, make it look nice. Hasn't got to be overly sexy, just something that triggers the curiosity for people to click through to the relevant pages. But what I'm going to show you is how to actually add 3 different URLs into the banner, and then people can click in 3 different places to go to 3 different inner pages of your website. And absolutely amazing. So I hope you find this useful. Any questions, leave a comment below and I will come back and I'll answer that question for you. All right, all the best. Hope you find this useful. And yeah, free Friday information from Brian, and I will every week or so be giving more and more of my tips, and some of them will be cutting edge stuff that I've just found out that's working after testing it and making sure that it's working, all the way through to it might be stuff that you think, oh well, I know this, but just because you know it doesn't mean that you're taking action on it, and sometimes people need that little kick up the bum to make them take the necessary action. All right, all the best, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now. Bye bye.
Today I am going to show you how to create links within an image. So if you can see just down here in the bottom left hand corner, when I hover over this part of the image, different links come up below. Can you see that? So just down here, that's how, that's need, and that's what. Okay. Now, a couple benefits of this. When you're doing your press releases and you've got your Newswire account, all set up, and on the right hand side you've got your area that you can put some rich information in. So you've got video, banner, another banner. Okay. Now you could have a banner here, and it could have different calls to action. So I'm just using my own industry, but for SEO, click here. For PPC, click here. For Google Plus Local, click here. For Facebook marketing, click here. For other social media marketing, click here. Right, so you could have a button in each, and that could be one nice big image, and then have different links going off to different things. Okay. Just FYI, this needs to be a maximum of 300 pixels wide, because that's how wide this is. Okay. Once that's done, once you've got your image, okay, so what the image I'm actually going to use, or before I show you the image I'm going to use, this website, Casparius.com, tutorials, image map.index, this is where I figured out how to do what I'm about to show you. Okay. Now what I've never done before is I've never done it with a PNG. So I am going to mess with a PNG today to see if I can actually get the PNG to work. PNG is a type of image file. Okay. So just once again, you've got different links in this image. Okay, so you can't see them, but you know, you hover over them, there's a different place that they go to. If you are doing any type of banner advertising, that you're paying for a banner on somebody else's website, this can be golden, because you can get this banner or the image that's pointing back to your website to point to different pages of your site. Okay, and then if you add in the alt text as well, so you know, let's just say what is it, and the alt text was what is it as well, that gives some keyword relevancy also for your page that these things go and land on. Okay, so the image I'm going to use is Mike, Ivan and me. I'm going to link off to Adventure Marketing, to Ivan's website and to my website. Okay, so this is the PNG. It's about 300 pixels wide. Now what we need to do to be able to find, we need to define this area, okay, from here to here, from here to here. So if I quickly show you the code, he says, here it is. This is the code, so we would say something along the lines of image, use map, and then you have to create an actual map name. So it's the hash sign, or if you guys are in America, it's the pound sign, but it looks nothing like a pound sign. It's actually a hash sign. Then you use image map, or you can call it whatever you want to call it, but I've just called it image map. Source is obviously the URL of where the actual image is, so I will upload this image in a minute. Border equals 0. And then what you've got here is you've got the map name, image map. So this here is saying if you can find use map image map, which it's finding here, and then you've got the area. Now you can actually do different types of shapes. So if I go back over to this whatever it's called and click on how do I do it, I'm only going to show you rectangle, but you can actually do circles and polygons. Okay, so if you're using rect for a rectangle, you use rect. If you're going to use a polygon, you can use polygon. If you're going to use a circle, you can use circle. You can actually use point as well as the shape. But literally, I'm only going to be doing the rectangle one. You can play around with these to your heart's content after the effect. So what I need to do, guys, is I'm going to show you how you find these coordinates. Okay, now if you are a Photoshop user, which I am not, okay, but I have looked over people's shoulders before whilst they're using Photoshop and things like that. I know you can you can open the image within Photoshop and it will give you the coordinates, okay, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to show you how to do it a different way if you do not own Photoshop, like I don't own Photoshop. So I'm going to pause the video very quickly and I'm going to upload this image to my website. Now when I upload the image to my website, I'm going to create a web page on my website, a basic web page which is going to look like this. Okay, I'll provide you with all this code, and what I'm going to put in it is this is map piece of code. Now what this will do is it will allow me, when I open this page within Firefox, it will allow me to what's the word? It will allow me to find the coordinates of that image. Now actually I don't actually have to upload this image to my site. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see if it works. I've just had one of those little mini epiphanies, because I can I've just realised that you could do this without actually having to upload it and go through all that hassle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy that, and I am going to create a new file. So new text document. Let's just paste that in there. Now the image, I'm going to type in psf/home/pictures/Brian Mike Ivan .jpg, because it wouldn't take out that png, and then file, save as, save it on the desktop, and test code. Click on save, and now I'm going to go to desktop, double click on it, and hopefully it opens up a window. Oh. Right, so if I get a file, open file, desktop, go update, test code. Right, so it's not finding it. Okay guys, so I've got it to work now. When I tried to resave those PNG files, it just messed up. So this is the code. Okay, all you do is you put the image in the same location as where you're going to be saving your test code or whatever, this little bit of code. And then what happens is when you hover over, if you look down here, oh, not down there, just in this bar, when I hover over the image, it gives me the coordinates. So you only need 2 points, okay? So what I want there is the first one. So Mike is 20,6 to 93 or 96,80. And then Ivan is 169 by comma 12, and then the other angle is 240 by 93. And then me is 103 by 106 by 165 by 169. Okay, so they are the coordinates that we now put into our other bit of code. Okay, so we only want 3 because we're going to have Mike. Something else we want is alt equals, and this one's going to be Michael X. And then we want alt equals, alt equals Ivan. And then alt equals Brian. Okay. So these coordinates that we've just taken, so Mike's was 20, 6, space 96, 80. Okay. Then Ivan's image coordinates was 169, 12 space. You always put a space because the space separates the sets of coordinates. 240 by 93, and then my image coordinates were 103 by 106 space 165 by 169. Okay, what we want to do is change the URL. So we're going to go to http 123.adventuremarketingllc.com, and then we're going to go to http 123 Ivan Budimir. I think that's how we spell my good mate's surname, but I'm gonna just double check. Ivan Bunin, who's that? Just want to make sure I'm not leaving. What a sexy man. Yeah, definitely spelt it right. And then, if I can find that text editor, is http 123.ironparnell.com. Okay. So that's the bit of code, right? So now what I'm going to do. What we also need to do, guys, is we need to put in the URL of where the image is. Okay. Now, I am going to use this image, Control and copy. To save time, save me having to upload it to the internet and all that kind of stuff, I'm literally going to use the same image in here. Okay. Copy. I'm going to go to this test HTML. I'm just going to put all that code in here, and I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to call this Image Map Example. Okay, it's on the desktop. Click Save. The image is on the desktop as well, so the code will go and find it. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to go to File, Open File, I'm going to go to Desktop, and I'm going to go Image Map Example, and it'll open up. Now watch this, just watch this bottom corner down here, guys. That goes to Adventure Marketing, this one goes to Brian Parnell, and this one goes to Ivan Budimir. So those coordinates basically create a square. So I did the coordinates from there to there. So within here, anywhere within here, we'll click to Adventure Marketing. Anywhere within here would go to Ivan's website, and anywhere within here will go to my website. Okay, guys? So it works. So definitely it works with. I've done it with GIFs, and I've done it with JPEGs, and now I've done it with a PNG. So it works with all of those. Okay. Awesome stuff. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And for more information, go to Casperius Tutorials Image Maps, and it'll give you some more stuff on what you need to do. Okay. Right on. Cheers for now.